to take you through the Telemann Viola Solo number 2 for the NMMEA All-State auditions. We're going to look at the Fantasia number 10. We're doing the Presto and the Allegro. The Presto is 80 to the half note, which is kind of fast. I would suggest you take all of the eighth note passages first and really get those very clean. The first one in measure 3, I like doing open D so that you get this kind of bariolage kind of thing going on. Because it sounds a little bit... The fourth finger D doesn't quite get the Baroque thing. So you can do it either way you want, but open string is fine. Then we would jump maybe to the next part. And get that eighth note section really clean. Next part. Really try to get those changing notes to speak. Don't worry, don't concentrate so much on the repeated note. Get that line in. Really make that come out. Then, if you're not familiar with treble clef, I suggest you make a copy of this and write in the note names in treble clef. Don't try to write them in on the copy you're playing from because it will get very, very busy on the page. So make a copy of the page, write in the treble clef notes until you learn them. You can use that practice part to play with, but eventually you want to get away from that because it does get busy. So if assuming that you know your notes, you've learned your treble clef. Really make those chords come out and sing. So practice that. Then if you need to, you can look at the next one. Not too bad. Then I'm going to jump down to the next half where we go into a long eighth note passage. Practice it, get it nice and smooth. You can, if you don't want to do double stops, just play the top note of each chord so that you're... There's no reason to suffer if you can't do the double stops. Don't do them, but if you practice them, you'll be able to. So isolate the double stops so that you work on those. Let's see some the chords. For these 3-note chords, you want to use a long flat bow and keep it very close to the string. One thing that screams student player is when you play a 3-note chord from above the string. That's not a good way to do it. Try to get it as close to the string as possible so that the notes speak really clearly. Good. Here's the solo at 80. 1, 2.
At the end, mostly to let myself grab those double stops a little bit easier. Also, it's musically fine. The next one, Allegro. I find 100 to the dotted eighth note to be really, really fast. So I am playing it a little slower. It gets a little too frantic, and frankly, it's too fast for me right now. So I would play this like much slower to practice with. I would start at 60 to the eighth note, to the dotted eighth note. Ba da 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 da. Here, you really want to get that left arm going so that you're doing the string crossings really cleanly. You might want to look at the double stop action in the second half of this piece. That's really hard to get clean. You have to really, really curve your fingers so that A string speaks. Practice it separately. And then together. Then the next one is harder. Practice that one separately. Play a fourth finger on the C sharp. Get that really clean, and then put those together. Then the next measure. That one's tough. If you can't play that in tempo, which we might not be able to, just play the top line. It sounds better with the harmony if it's in tune. If it's not in tune, leave it for dead by the side of the road and just play what you can. But practice it. Just don't worry about it if you don't get it. Then on the next part that I would look at are these 16th notes. We want the fingers to be really clean. We don't want to get any smearing going on there. Keep it nice and clean. And then I'm going to play it at 60 for practice. And for practice purposes at the slower tempo. You can practice it as much as you want. After that, I'd take it up to 80 eventually, like by increments. And this is where I would leave it.
get it up to 100. That's great, right? But to me, it sounds a little too frantic and a little bit like, almost like cartoons. For 3 months, I might find that 100 is great, you know. But if you don't get there, don't worry about it. Just do your best, play it, make it clean, and make it fun. Good luck.